a few seconds before we go on start the net. I want to thank everybody following along live on Facebook and keeping up with it. It's a good way to keep up with everything that's going on in the net. A lot of times you can only hear what I'm saying, and not hear who I'm talking to. And if you're following along live on Facebook, you hear pretty much everything I hear. And if I have trouble hearing somebody, don't hesitate to relay them in for me, because I do like relays. All right, it looks 7 o'clock. It's time to start the net. Is this frequency in use? This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha, net control for the Middle Tennessee Simplex net. My name is Ricky, and I'm located in Portland, Tennessee. This is net number 169. Stations with emergency or priority traffic can break in any time. If there should be any emergency or priority traffic, we'll put the net on hold and help in any way we can. This net also meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can find us live on Facebook. All you have to do is type in Middle Tennessee 147555. Type it in just like that, and we're live right now. This is an open topic net and is open to all FCC licensed amateur radio operators. The purpose of this net is to have fun and promote amateur radio use. If I do not acknowledge your call, please try again. Once again, any licensed amateur radio operator is welcome to check in. We do ask that you please follow all FCC Part 97 rules and regulations when identifying your station. We'll start the net tonight with announcements. If you have an announcement, please call now. Alright, not hearing anything. I do want to remind everybody about the Simplex net out of Bowling Green on Tuesdays and Friday nights at 7:30. Another Simplex out of Mount Juliet 146415 on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock. Don't forget the Monday night roundtable net at 7 o'clock on the W4LKZ link repeater system. You can find a list of all the link repeaters at www.scara.net. All right. Anybody else have announcements? Call now. All right. As you all know, this is the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 and the terrorist attacks on America on September 11th, 2001. So we're going to have a moment of silence in recognition to all the souls that were lost on that day. This is K4 BWA. We're starting the moment of silence now. All right, appreciate that. Also, I want to give my condolences to Charlie Kirk's wife and family during their time of grief. And y'all, if you don't mind, keep them in your thoughts and prayers over the next few days. It's going to be difficult for them. All right, I think I already got all the announcements. So we're going to go ahead and start with, well, I do have a trivia question if you all would like one tonight. Okay, here it goes. For a trivia question for tonight is, which state in the United States has the largest corn maze? And I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to just give you three choices, A, B, C. One choice is Kentucky. Another choice is Illinois. And the last choice is Minnesota. So if you happen to know, good. But if you don't Google it. Guess first, and we'll see if you get that right. And again, that's which state in the United States has the largest corn maze? Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota? All right, we're going to go ahead and take check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Well, good evening, Michael. You're sounding good tonight.
Well, thank you. Ricky, I'm sorry I was checking a little late, and I got to be here for a couple of minutes, so I want to check in with your net. I haven't done it in a while, but I got to run through and head back downstairs.
All right, you want to take a quick guess on which state has the largest corn maze?
Oh, man. You know, you caught me unaware here. I wasn't prepared for trivia tonight. I'm not for sure. I'm going to take a wild guess and say Texas.
Oh, okay, well, that wasn't one of the three choices. One of the three choices I threw out there was to Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to catch you on that. But I'd have to go with Texas, the bluegrass state.
All right. Well, if you're not going to be able to hang out to the end, just go ahead and Google it. You'll find the answer there. But I always ask everybody, don't Google it until you at least try to answer it if you don't know. You got three chance. Well, 2 out of 3 chances to get it right. All right, Michael, God bless you, brother. I appreciate you checking in. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa.
God bless you too, Ricky. Have a great night. 73, see ya.
All right, God bless you. And I was just reading a comment from Bob, Hummingbird Bob. He was just putting on there, in case y'all are not following live on Facebook, he was just acknowledging the somber day of 9/11, which we've been doing this now for 24 years, with a moment of silence. So, yeah, if every day that I am able to do a net, and if it's September 11th, I'll always give reverence to it. All right, we're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now.
K4BEW.
Well, good evening, Paul. Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey.
What's going on? What's the question? I just got in here.
Okay, well, this one might be a little hard because, you know, we've got the states that I give you as a choice are probably all good choices, so it's going to be a tough one. The question is, which state has the largest corn maze? Is it Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota?
That might be tough. I think it would be a toss-up between Illinois and Minnesota, but I wouldn't know which one to pick. Yeah, I'm going with Minnesota.
All right. Well, if you can hang around till towards the end, I'll give you the answer. But if you can't wait, go ahead and Google it. It'll show up.
All righty. Yeah. How's it turned out so far, Rick?
Well, we just started. I kind of give reverence to Twin Towers going down and attack on the Pentagon, and of course the plane. I think it's Flight 93 or 193, 93 I think it is, that went down in Pennsylvania on 9/11. We always need to give that reverence.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to remember. All the memories come back to me almost immediately. I can hardly watch the replays of those events.
Well, now that it's been so long, a lot of the replays have been doctored, and AI has took them over, and they come up with all these different ideals and stuff, and with AI the way it is, you just almost can't believe really anything more than what we knew back then.
Oh, I agree. All I have to do is think about it. No one knows. You know, I was in that World Trade Center the month before.
Oh man, was you there on duty, or was you just a visitor, or what?
No, I had made a special trip to take my wife and son, my then wife and my current son, up to New York, and wanted to show them the stuff. But I've been there before three times, and I just wanted to show them how crazy, what an interesting town it is, although nobody really wants to live there.
Well, when you said you went to visit, I've never went there. Can you go all the way up to the top of that tower and get a look on the total landscape?
I think you can on the new tower. I didn't go up in that tower. We went up in the Empire State Building, and that was good enough for me. That's the iconic one, you know, of the city. I got to tell you, this is a silly story. I hope you'll appreciate it. We went to New York. My wife had never been there before. My son had never been there before he was 15. And we went, man, it was a whirlwind the first day. Flew up there first thing, and we got there about, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the morning. Took a flight out of Tampa, you know, at 8 or 9 o'clock, almost. And then, you know, we get to New York, we take a cab, it's at a hotel, it's on the west side of Manhattan, right across the park from the Hudson River. And I said, okay, and then we took a nap, because we'd been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we just went down. I knew where my wife liked it, so I took the subway, walked over to the subway where it was. I had it always planned. Went down to Macy's, because I knew she wanted to go down. That's downtown, or down toward, I don't know where exactly now, I can't remember, Midtown or wherever. Yeah, I went there. I knew she'd love to shop in there. And me and my son went to the McDonald's inside Macy's, and then we ended up going to 2 or 3 places in that area, including Wall Street, and then over to Times Square. It was late in the evening, and finally caught a cab back to campus. It's a crazy city. It's busy. And all these monstrous buildings. And we get back to the hotel without any urging on my part whatsoever. My 15-year-old son goes, he just like said it just in general. He wasn't really talking to me, but he was talking to, you know, him and me and his mother. He says, you know, what do you say we just go back to Tampa? The exact words, by the way. I'll never forget. Why don't you say we just go back to Tampa and go play catch with a coconut, because we're hicks. I said, we're not hicks. I said, Tampa's not as big as New York. And it's a very special place to visit.
Oh man, you got me there. I got tickled with that one. Yeah, even Tampa would be Hicks if he's right. He's probably thinking he didn't belong there.
Oh yeah, well we got back to Tampa, it was 4 or 5 or 6 days later. My wife, my then wife said, got back, and the first night we went to go get something to eat or something. Went down, we did. And here it was like 7 o'clock at night. She goes, oh man, but you realize they rule up the sidewalk in Tampa right at dinner time? I mean, it was like nothing compared to New York City. Nothing. Of course, Nashville's nothing like New York City either, so it's not exactly, there's no good comparison to New York City. It's really, they pack a lot into one small area. Anyway, that whole issue is, I'm from New York State originally. I never had much of a love for New York City because they dominated the state. It would be like Tennessee having one city. Let's say it was Nashville, and it had 6 million people, 7 million, 8 million people, and it was New York City had like 9 million, I think, and so the state's only got another at the time or another 9 or 10 million. So they dominated politics, they dominated money, they dominated everything. So we just wish they'd go away.
Oh man, well, let me ask you a question. When you talk about Macy's up there, is that the same Macy's that the building that y'all went into? Is it the same Macy's that they made that movie, a Christmas movie about Santa Claus? I think it's Miracle on 41st Street, is it?
Maybe 42nd Street. I think it's the name.
42nd.
Yeah, it is the same one. It's been there forever. Just like the Empire State Building was built finished in around 1929, I think. So yeah, a lot of those buildings are original. Macy's being one of them. Man, it's just one big fancy shopping experience, and then we went to some other places for women's stuff, and that place is like oh my gosh, it's like for most women, it's like going to heaven, shopping heaven.
Well, if that's the case, then that Macy's is located on the street that they have the Thanksgiving parade or the Christmas parade.
Yes, I believe so. I was going to mention something else about that. Oh yeah, you've ever heard of B&H Photo, a company that sells all kinds of cameras and videos and all kinds of photo equipment, professional and amateur?
Well, it's been a while, but I think I remember it.
Well, if you look it up, B&H. You can use just B and H, but that's used one of those fancy Asterans, what do they call it? The fancy AM sign. And I never did get there. I was up there a couple, 3 times. I never got in there because I let my wife and son dictate what we were going to do.
Of course, mostly your wife.
Look it up on a map. Here's a photo store. I mean, photo equipment now, both professional, amateur, anything you could possibly want, and even a computer equipment. It's 2 or 3 stories, and it covers most of one end of the city block. You can imagine how big that store is going to be.
Dang, that's almost unimaginable. I tell you what, how much photo stuff could you possibly have that would take up that much of a building? I mean, I guess you could have a lot of stock, but I mean, they would have to have just about everything, or you should be able to get just about everything there.
But if you look on their website, it appears they do have everything related to photography, computers, retail computers. I don't know about high-end computers, but retail computers and every imaginable kind of photography equipment, and even high-end stuff. I bought several things there through the mail, and they're an odd company if for one reason they're owned and managed by a family of Orthodox Jews. So it's Sunset Friday, they close. They don't open up again until
Monday.
Sunday or Monday, I forget which. They're not open on the Sabbath.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's right. I think they would probably, if they probably would be Saturday. They might open on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually open up on Sunday even. But I'll tell you what, they're one of those companies that You know that song I think, what's his name, Sinatra did, you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. There's a real truth in that, that if you can compete in this New York City marketplace, for whatever it is you do, you are really doing a good job. And if you ever do business with that B&H Photo, and I'm not trying to brag on B&H, I don't know what I'm talking about because it's a damn company. But man, are they customer service oriented? It's a dream. You call and you ask advice, and they know exactly what they're talking about. It's one of those great companies.
Well, I mean, maybe that's the reason. And I don't know so much now with all the taxes and stuff they put out there. Most of all businesses, a lot of businesses, always had their main offices up there in New York.
Yeah, they did. And I don't think that's so much true anymore. I mean, look how much stuff come to Nashville, and there's corporate offices. Like Atlanta and Charlotte have huge banking centers. Like that. I think there's still the major stock exchanges, etc. All those major ones are there in New York City. And there is a lot of corporate offices there, but again, it's kind of overwhelming to go there. It really is. It's too much for me who grew up in a relatively small city. For me who lived in Tampa, and even here in Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet is
too much for a Tampa boy. Well, it's like your son said. Let's just go back to Tampa. Yeah, it's too much it would be too much for me, I'm sure, being in Tennessee since 1973. And it being slow as it goes here, getting up in there into New York, that would definitely be a big change for me. I'd have to hire an escort to take me everywhere and drive me everywhere. I don't know if I could navigate it.
Oh, no, you're right. It's very good. It's overwhelming to somebody who has never been there before. That's why you really have to have somebody. I was somewhat familiar with it. I just say somewhat, and I got one of those books, Everything You Want to Know About New York City or whatever. It was like New York City for Dummies or something. Planning out my trip.
That'd be what I needed.
I was going to say, I did go the last time I went in 2012 or 2013, I think it was. And we made a point to go to the site of the World Trade Center. They had a temporary museum of the event of what was going on, and that whole mess that they rebuilt was being redone. And but it was it's quite a sight really. When you realize how much, I don't know, it's still astounding when I think about it. They knocked down 2 buildings just like on. Anyway, back to net control. You got other people who probably want to check in, not hear me jabber on.
Well, Paul, it's always good to have you come on and share stories with us. They're not boring, that's for sure. So thank you for coming on here and answering the question. I'll give you the answer here in a little bit, or like I said, once you give me the answer, if you can't wait, go ahead and Google it, and you'll know if you're right or wrong. But if you can wait, I'll give it out as soon as towards the end of the net, anyway. All right, that was K4PEW Paul. He's the one that does the Mount Juliet net on Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Be sure to check into his net. I know you would enjoy his net. He does have great nets, and he would definitely appreciate it. Also, while we were talking, Bob, Hummingbird Bob, I call him, because we always talk about hummingbirds. Kilo Delta 2 Juliet Papa. He made a guess on the trivia question, and he's picking Minnesota. So we've got 2 for Minnesota and 1 for Texas. He changed it to Kentucky. So, but I guess he didn't hear the choices. That was Michael. Anyway, let's get to some more check-ins. Before I get more check-ins, I want to remind everybody the trivia question is, what state has the largest corn maze? And the choices are Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota. So if you want to answer the question or just get checked in, call now.
AC9IM.
Oh, good evening, Steve. Ace Alpha Charlie 9 in India Mike. Go ahead.
I heard somebody else check in there right after I did. Maybe who that is, try it again.
All right, if you were just trying to check in and I didn't call out your name, please try again.
Yeah, try one more time. Romeo, Julia, Victor.
Oh, well, that's Eric up there and above Bowling Green a little bit. I believe that's Kilo. Let me see. Yeah, still. If you can hear me, Eric, give it another try.
Yeah, give it another try, Eric. I take it you can't copy him, Rick.
No, all I'm getting is static. But hey, I got him checked in. Does he want to give a guess on the trivia question if he heard it, and you can relay it back to me?
Did you copy, Eric? Okay, so you don't have a answer to the trivia question? No, he doesn't, Rick.
All right, bro. Before we let him go, can you ask him what kind of copy he has on me?
Are you copying Rick, Eric? Oh, okay. Rick, he's watching stuff on Facebook Live, so he's not able to copy it. But I know you got him checked in, right?
Yes, I do. Roger that. I got you checked in, Eric.
What was that question, Rick?
Okay, the question was, which state has the largest corn maze? And the choices are Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota.
Corn maze. Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, take a guess. I mean, you got 1 out of 3. You might get the right one.
And that was Kentucky, Minnesota, or who?
Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota.
I'll take a guess and go with Kaminoy, Illinois.
Okay, I hear you on that. Yeah, it's a good choice. I'll let you know here in a little bit, but if you can't wait, you can Google it and find the answer there. I always ask everybody to try to guess first, and then if they have to Google it, do it afterwards. But yeah, I appreciate you participating in the trivia question tonight, Steve.
Yeah, real quick. I remember about 9 years ago, I was loaded, I was delivering a load to El Paso, and I was in far west Texas, and there's nothing there. And I said, there's nothing out there, right? Interstate 10 way out there. And I was driving, I came across maybe 4 or 5 acres of corn growing right off the interstate in the middle of absolute nowhere. So I started asking people questions and doing lookups on the internet, and that was an experimental, genetically modified version of corn that didn't need rain to grow. So, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, the food supply is loaded with poison. I'll leave it at that. See what else you can get in there, Rick, AC9AM.
Well, hey man, I got a comment on that. I mean, and my thoughts is I think it was last week. I don't know if it was Monday or last week. We did our trivia question on which state was the driest states, and of course, Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico were the choices, and each one of them had very little rainfall. Yeah, I think it was Nevada was at 10 inches a year. Arizona was at 12 inches a year, and New Mexico was at about 14. Now, if you're way west in Texas, you're right there by New Mexico. So at the most, that corn is maybe getting 15 inches a year.
I wouldn't even say that much. I was probably somewhere around Van Horn, not too far where 20 starts from Interstate 10. There's absolutely nothing green out there. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. You drive for a couple hours and not see anything green.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been out there in that area, and it's pretty barren. You're right. The farther south you get to the border in West Texas, I mean, it's just almost nothing but sand.
Right, and you've got the nice rocks, the rocky little rocks from the Rocky Mountains, I guess. But if you're going east from El Paso, you start hitting a unbelievable grade going up. I mean, it puts a real strain on whatever you're driving.
Yeah, you're getting away from that sea level, that's for sure. Yeah, I've been all out there in that area, mostly just as a visitor and a sightseer. No reason to be out there other than just to see what it's like to go out that way, or sightseer, I guess. All right, Steve, we'll see if we've had a couple of check-ins while we were talking. I want to go ahead and see Ben, Kilo Romeo 4 Delta X-Ray Lima, checking in here. I'll be checking in on the radio. I guess he's just a little bit away from home right now. So, Ben, if you're listening, we'll be hoping that you'll check in here in a little bit and give us an answer to the trivia question. And Eric, if you're still listening, go ahead and answer that question on the comments on Facebook if you want. And then also Jason checking in on Facebook because he's having trouble hearing us tonight. Kilo Golf 4 Bravo Mike Hotel. He's over there in Livingston, I believe it is, Tennessee. It's a long trip, about 70-something miles. So I got him checked in. All right, this is a good time to see if we can pull somebody else in here. This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha, We're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now. I almost thought that sounded like Bravo Mike Hotel. I don't know if that's Jason still trying to check in. Kilo Golf 4, Bravo Mike Hotel. That last station trying to check in. Go again. Well, I know it wasn't Jason because I got Kilo Quebec 4. I want to say kind of the voice sounded like Ken. Kilo Golf 4, or Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo, no, Golf Papa Sierra is what it is. Was that you, Ken? All right, well, I'm having a hard time with that one. Anybody else have a copy on that station? Well, first of all, I'm going to cut that static back off. My goodness. I turned it down so I could maybe pull them out, but I can't listen to that all night. So we wasn't able to pull him in, and nobody else relayed, so hopefully he'll try again in a little bit and try to get logged in. I got all right, I got Kilo November 4 Whiskey Lima Mike checked in while we were waiting on that other station to maybe get a better signal. I wasn't able to pull them out. I wasn't able to get anybody to relay them in, so hopefully he can move over a couple of foot, put one arm in the air, and maybe might get a better reception. I don't know. But Mickey, you want to take a guess? You can do that there on the comments. We're trying to find out which state has the largest corn maze, and the choices are Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota. All right, Kilo 4 Whiskey Lima Mike. He might have been the one trying to check in, but I thought I heard Kilo Quebec for that station that I could barely hear. I heard the first part of it and then it drowned it out. All right, let's see if we can't pick up another check-in. This is K4 BWA. Call now.
Kilo Romeo 4 Delta X-Ray Lima. Ben up here in Portland.
Okay, Ben, you made it home. I'm glad. I was hoping that you would answer the trivia question. I know that you enjoy getting into those trivia questions, so I don't know if you got one right yet. Maybe you can hit this one.
I think I'm going to go with Illinois just because I know I got some family up there and they got a bunch of corn around their house.
Roger that. I'm not going to tell you if I was right or wrong, but that was the one I picked. So we'll find out here in a little bit. It's a good choice. And while we were just talking, Mickey, Kilo November 4 Whiskey Lima Mike, he also chose Illinois. So Illinois I think is leading right now. That and Minnesota. I've only had one to pick Kentucky. All right, Ben, how's things been going with you and your family?
real good, Ricky. We just had us a little boy on Saturday. We just got back to the house here, and I want to say Tuesday, and so we're just getting settled in with a little one.
Oh my! Well, let me be the first on ham radio. I don't know if anybody else has. If you're just getting back home, I'm probably going to be the first one on ham radio to congratulate you and your wife.
Over the air, yes, sir. You are the first one. Everybody else has been congratulating us through the Google Workspace chat that we got going on with the club.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be the first one simplex then.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah. Did you get my email about the coffee date we got going on?
Well, if you sent it out today or yesterday, probably not. I've been pretty bummed out about that Charlie Kirk shooting. So, and yeah, I've been kind of scrolling all through the information on that.
I got you. Well, yeah, I think I sent it out yesterday or this morning. I can't remember. But yeah, I've been a little bummed out about that myself. To the point that I was starting to get real doom and gloom about it. So I decided to get off the social media for a little bit just to stay away from it.
Well, I agree. I've just kind of been locked in for hoping that they catch whoever it was, and just basically scanning for that information more than any. I mean, they really can't tell us any more than what we already know until they capture the person involved. But yeah, that's it really, ever since yesterday afternoon, I've been just haven't really checked any emails. I've been kind of just real somber about it, messed up, and it's just hard to imagine that he was able to do that in front of so many people. But anyway, we're not going to let that take over our thoughts right now. We will keep him in our thoughts and prayers as family, as I mentioned earlier, to keep him and his family mostly in prayer as they go through a difficult time of grief. But anyway, hey, get back to that young son that you got coming in. Your young daughter's got a little brother now. What did you name him?
Yes, sir. We named him Easton Wayne.
Easton Wayne.
He's just snoozing right now, and I'm waiting for my turn to go say goodnight to the daughter. They're reading a book right now.
All right. Hey, man, I can remember those times when I was a youngster. My mom reading to us when we were little. I remember that stuff. So you know what? They'll remember it too. And it's a good habit to get into, and it's a good time to spend with your family.
Yes, sir. So my turn's coming up, and so I'm going to say 73 to the group, and I'll be listening along. I'll talk to you later, Ricky. Good talking to you. Be blessed, brother.
Yes, God bless you and your family. Again, congratulations on the new addition, and I know you're going to be a good get him off to a good start. All right, yeah, good deal. It's always good. Y'all seem to be a nice little family, and good to hear you got an addition. All right, I think we're all caught up, so we can maybe pick up another check-in. If you want to get into the net tonight, we're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. This is the Middle Tennessee Simplex Net. Call now.
Kilo Quebec 4, Golf, Papa, Sierra. This is Ken in Portland.
All right. Well, maybe I knew you were going to check in, but I had somebody trying to check in. It sounded like you, but I couldn't pull you out. Did you try to check in earlier?
Yeah, I did, and I'm a little bit bewildered because right now I'm on my handheld right now because my mobile base station, I call it, was picking you up, but I was having trouble transmitting, and I couldn't hear anybody else that was out there. It was really kind of bewildered because last night I was using it. I was even getting out to Mount Juliet on Paul's net.
Well, your handheld, are you running it through that antenna?
Yes, I am.
Well, then it's not an antenna issue. It must be a radio issue.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. So that must be it. But anyway, I got something to work on in the next couple of days to figure out.
Yeah, roger that. Well, Google it, and you'll get a lot of information doing that. That's what I always do. And even if you can't find the answer, you can always find out who you can take it to and get it fixed, or where to send it to. I'm pretty sure you haven't had it in that long. You could probably send it back to Yaesu, and they'll probably go through it or send you another one.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's something simple, because it was working fine last night, and I don't remember. I don't know what I was doing differently, but yeah, I couldn't. The only one I could hear was Van, but I couldn't hear anybody else except you. But anyway, my guess would be Illinois.
Okay, Ken, Illinois. It looks like Illinois is taking the lead. Like I said just a few minutes ago, that's the one I picked. And because I've been through Illinois, and they have a lot of corn up there. But so does Kentucky. They both them states have a lot of corn. All right. Well, I hope you get that figured out, because now you got me wondering what in the world it could be. I'm just wondering if maybe it's not a connection issue there at the antenna.
Well, that's a possibility. Because I'm using the same antenna, and maybe the connection to the back might not make a good contact.
Yeah, roger that. Well, have you got anything else on your mind that you want to share tonight?
Well, not particular. Just enjoying this nice weather and just bracing myself for another heat wave. But other than that, I'll let you go, Rick, and get some more check-ins. This is KT4 GPS 73 for everybody.
All right, Ken, God bless you, brother, and we'll be listening for you again later on in another net, or later on this evening. All right, K4 BWA taking check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now.
KT4TWR mobile.
All right, is that Kilo Golf 4 Tango Whiskey Romeo?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India West. I'm mobile way out here in Watertown. Glad you can hear me.
All right, Wes, it's been a while. Yeah, I hear you really good. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Got you checked in.
Well, I won't hold it. I'm actually sitting on the side of the road on a hill out here, and I thought I'd give it a try. So, about 100 yards, I'm going to dip down into the valley. So, y'all go ahead. I've got nothing for that. I'm glad I can get in. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India.
Oh, before you go, though, before I lose you, would you like to participate in the trivia question tonight?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. The question is which state which state has the largest corn maze? Is it Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota?
Going with the bigger one, Minnesota.
All right. Well, you brought Minnesota back up. Illinois was taking the lead on that one. So I'll let you know here in a little bit. If you can't wait, go ahead and Google it, and you'll find out. All right. Well, be safe on that roadway, and we'll holler at you again. I hope you can hear me when I give out the answer.
All right. Appreciate it. KG4TWI.
All right. If you wasn't able to hear my conversation with Wes, Kilo Echo 4, Tango Whiskey India, I do encourage you to follow along live on Facebook. That way you don't miss a thing. You hear everything I hear. So thank you, Wes, for checking in. Be safe out there on the roadways, and we'll hope to hear you again one day on net. All right, this is K4 BWA, still taking check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now. Well, good evening, Kevin. I tell you, it's hard to pick you up. Ever since you moved, I'm not getting a real good signal on you anymore.
Oh, no, Connie, Ricky, I hate to hear that. I got a pretty good signal on you. I just hate that you can't hear me as well. Well, I'm calling it short. I'll just call it a 673 to you. And I hope you had a good day and stuff. You know, it's just nothing going on over here. Just the same old stuff, different day. Just wanted to take you to give you another number. I know that you'll be able to hear me, but I guess it's no condition. This ain't gonna work that way.
Well, I hear every word. I hear you fine. It's just got a lot of static in it. So I don't want you to run off without at least getting an answer or a trivia question tonight. Which state in the United States has the largest corn maze? And the choices are Kentucky, Illinois, or Minnesota.
You know what? I really don't know. Minnesota. I'll say Minnesota. That sounds like a big state. You have a big cornfield somewhere out there. I'll say Minnesota.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, Minnesota's taking the lead now. So there's more people picking Minnesota than Illinois. We had, I think, I'm not real sure of the numbers, but I think you're about the fifth one to go with Minnesota, and I think we've only had maybe three to pick. And let's see, three to pick Illinois and one to pick Kentucky. So. But I do appreciate you checking in, Kevin. It's always good to hear from you over there in the Lebanon area.
Yes, sir. Well, it's good to be heard. You take care. God bless you, sir. Thanks for calling the National. Well, I'm not too bad that you can't hear me as well. Maybe one of these days I'll get that in kind of working, buddy. We'll be able to talk to each other pretty clearly. But on that note, we'll say 73 for now, and you take care. God bless, sir. And everybody on the net, y'all be careful out there and have a good Friday tomorrow and a good weekend coming up. We'll talk to you later. This is Kilo Call 4 by UTS.
All right, Kilo Golf 4, Mike, India, Zulu. Kevin, thank you for checking in. God bless you, brother. It's good. It's 73s. All right, still taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now. All right, we're taking check-ins. Anybody, anywhere. If I don't hear anybody check in, I'm going to go ahead and give the answer. All right, didn't hear anybody trying to check in. So I'm going to tell you what, this was a good question tonight, and I want you all to know that the answer to this question of which state has the largest corn maze is Minnesota. It is 121 acres large. So, not like myself, most of y'all got it right. I picked Illinois, so yeah, I got it wrong too. When I play the game too, you guys. Usually when I Google it or when I go for the answer, I usually answer it before I Google it. So yeah, I picked Illinois like the rest of some of you, but more people picked Minnesota, so we had a lot of winners. And Bob, you're on a roll. I think 3 in or yeah, I see you. Yeehaw! You got 3 weeks in a row you've hit that thing right, or 3 trivias in a row. You're on a roll. So I know you're leading it as far as more people who's got them right. All right, well, I tell you what, that was a fun trivia, and I had a good time with it. So let's get back to seeing if we got any more check-ins. If not, I'm going to put this net in the books and go in there and sit down a minute and watch some TV. K4 BWA taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now. All right, not hearing anything, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I do appreciate everybody that took the time out to check in and participate in the trivia question. And y'all don't forget this Charlie Cook and the family. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And never forget 911. We made a promise back 24 years ago that we would never forget, and most of us haven't. So most of us haven't. Anyway, I'm going to return. Well, before I do that, 12 check-ins and a time duration of 57 minutes. At this time, I'm going to return this frequency back to its normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha saying good night and God bless. All right, good night, everybody. We had a good net tonight. I hope you'll be listening in. If you want, join me Monday night if you can. 7 o'clock on the Roundtable Net.
Kevin, are you still out there?
We'll see if we can do a trivia question there. And Bob, you can see if you get in the make it 4 in a row. He's saying, I'm not cheating, but I do consult with my wife. Well, you know, they say 2 heads are bigger than
Kevin, are
one.
you still out there?
So, well, you have a good night too, Bob.
Yeah, Rick, he moved to Carthage. He's not in Lebanon anymore. And even last
Good
month I
night,
talked to him on Simplex. He sounded a hell of a lot better than he did today. I was trying to figure that one out.
Oh, okay, the K4BW.